We are constantly scanning the environment for new opportunities to invest in. And one way to do that is to look at megatrends and find opportunities within those megatrends. And e-commerce is something that I don't need to talk about. I mean, all of us know why e-commerce and how it's changed the lives of people in so many different ways. So within e-commerce, fashion is a space that we thought was very interesting. We have experience in offline fashion, where we are the largest player in the country through Pantaloons and our brands at Madura Garments. So we understand fashion. This is also one of the fastest growing verticals in the e-com space. And I believe the estimate is that the market size would be about $15 billion for India in the next 5 years. So it's both, the relevance is both because of our background in the segment, as well as the opportunity that it offers just from an economic point of view.
You already have Trendin as one of the com platforms under your umbrella. That's in Madura. Wouldn't this had fitted with that particular company, because everything retail has been put in that company?
So like I said earlier, this offering is very sort of sharply targeted towards the millennials, which is youth in the age group of 18 to 25, whereas the product of Madura Garments is across age groups. So it's a very different merchandise, very different landscape. The consumer is very different. The way he or she would like to buy, the way they would like to sort of, make a choice. The kind of the range of the offering, for example, that they would look for is all very different. So there really is no similarity between the products on Trendin and the products that you'll see on ABOF.
So given that this particular area is getting very crowded now and extremely competitive, discounts is something that everybody is taking recourse to, big billion-dollar sales and all that is happening. So what will be the differentiating factor for you? Will you also go in that discount game?
So like our CEO Prashant was saying earlier today, this is clearly not a discount play. What ABOF is trying to do, and I think has done very successfully, is to curate this offering. So it's a very wide offering, but at the same time it's curated for our target customer, which means that he or she doesn't have to go through thousands of options before making a choice. That job has been done by the team at ABOF. You have a large enough choice, but it's a choice that's far more relevant. It's a product slate that's far sharper for the target audience. That clearly is one. I think also visually, the way you navigate the site, I think both of these are also very important distinguishing features for ABOF.
What is the kind of investment that goes in opening this kind of a company, Mr. Birla? How much have you invested?
So like I said again earlier, we are not talking about the investment that's gone in so far. I'd just like to say that there's enough firepower to make a success of a venture like this.
So how much fundraising would you look at in a short term, like say 1 year from now? Because there are many firms which are looking at funding in this area. There have been huge fundraisers that we've seen. So ABOF.com will also be in that list now.
So we're very happy to look at investments, let's say hypothetically from financial investors. I don't think we'll need funding for the next couple of years. And after that, it depends on the timing, it depends on the valuation. But like I said, in principle, getting investors to come into the company is something that we're very keen on.
Okay, I know that you haven't spoken anything about the financials. It's a closely held company of the group, but valuations have been jumping manifold in this sector. There are companies which have opened a couple of years back and are already above $1 billion companies. How soon are you seeing ABOF also reaching such milestone of becoming $1 billion company? What is the target that you have in mind?
The target is a little different. The target is to be one of the top 3 players in the next 5 years. I'm not sure how the valuations work out, so I really can't give you a number as to what value ABOF would be at 5 years from now. But I think the important thing is to get the product right and the pricing right.
Which are the other new age businesses, like you did get into renewable energy space? Which are the other new age businesses which are really gathering a lot of your attention of the group's activities as well?
So lots on the plate just now, Nisha. So nothing new that we're looking at. I think ABOF is the latest from the stable, and we are all very excited about it.
I would say that a recent trend that has emerged in Birla Group has been from B2B primarily. You have turned into B2C to a large extent with that large, retail base that you have built over the last few years. Is this trend going to continue, and how is the focus of the group on the B2B businesses that you're already in, which are your flagship companies?
So firstly, B2B is as important. It's still a larger part of the group in terms of share of revenues, for example. But we've had very good successes in the B2C category of businesses as well. So you have Idea in the telecom space. You have our financial products business, which is across several product categories. You have offline fashion. So we have enough of a track record of making a success of businesses in these highly sort of involved customer categories where the customer is very actively and deeply involved in making a decision and making a choice for himself. So I think you've seen much more of this kind of business in the last 15 years. The proportion of B2C businesses has increased exponentially. And I think the future, we are agnostic to whether it's B2B or B2C. What we're looking for is a good business opportunity and in one where we can be a dominant player.
What about the targets that you had set for the group on the whole? $45 billion is the kind of large group that Aditya Birla Group is right now, but $65 billion was your target. Has to some extent the economic headwinds that we have seen derailed some of those targets? What are the new targets that you're working with?
So I think we've had to push out the targets by another 4 years, largely because of external circumstances. So the state of the economy in India, the state of the global economy, lots of delays in clearances within the country, unfortunately. This is in the last 4 or 5 years. Also the fact that the rupee has gone the way it has gone. And it's always good to have stretch targets and make every effort to reach them and touch them, as opposed to having a lax target and feeling happy about beating a target like that. So I think another 4 years before we touch 65 billion. That's the target now.
And how is economy looking on the whole? RBI has cut the rates. Some of the green shoots probably are visible. Are they visible to you?
I think so. I'm very positive about the economy. I'm very sort of encouraged. I think there's some good stuff that's happened on, let's say, the front of highways, coal, some of the recent policy announcements, the rate cut by the RBI. But I'm pretty sure that all of this will take time to start to show results on the ground because we have been in a slump for a few years, and to turn around, so to speak, such a large and complex country can't be an easy job for the government.
Many policy decisions have been taken by the new government. There has been a relaxation in FDI in some of the sectors as well. Any of those sectors lure you at this point for new investments, defense, railway infrastructure?
Nothing that I can talk of as of now. So I don't think that the FDI limit really is a deciding factor on whether or not to get into a particular business. So nothing that I can talk about as of now.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.